You think that you are choosing what you watch, what you think, or what you believe. But in reality, you're not. The algorithm is choosing for you. Every video it pushes, every post it shows, every creator it recommends. I want you to know that it's all calculated. And over time, you start to become what you consume. Your options shift, your interests change, and your entire personality starts to mirror whatever the algorithm feeds you. And I understand you didn't plan this, nor did you choose this. In reality, the algorithm did. And the scariest part about all this is that you didn't even know what was happening. You think that you're discovering yourself, but in reality, you're being programmed. And today, we're gonna talk about how the algorithm chooses who you become and why you need to take back your control before it's too late. But before we dive into this, we do have to roll the introduction clip. So let's get started. Hey, my name is Leah and I'm the face behind Content by Leah. I help content creators make an impact using YouTube, but I also help entrepreneurs grow their income within their business, all without using social media. If you're new here, definitely grab something to write on and write with because I tend to over deliver and you're gonna wanna take some notes. However, if you're not new, I just wanna say, hey, welcome back and I'm glad that you're back. We can talk about more of me later, but right now I wanna focus on you. I wanna start with the algorithm feeds you what keeps you hooked and not actually with what helps you grow. Let's get an understanding. And I want you to know that the algorithm does not care about you. The algorithm cares about your engagement. It's designed to show you content that keeps you scrolling and not content that makes you become better. So you may be wondering, what does social media feed you? Well, in this case, the algorithm. The answer is very simple. It feeds you drama, it feeds you outrage, it feeds you entertainment, and it feeds you controversy. Things that trigger an emotional reaction because when you have an emotional reaction, it keeps you on the platform longer. And over time, your brain starts to crave that content. You start seeking out the drama. You even start engaging with the outrage. And slowly, without realizing it, you become someone who thrives on negativity, conflict, and surface level entertainment. You stop seeking depth and you also stop asking the hard questions. Not to mention, you also stop growing because the algorithm never rewarded growth. It rewarded reaction. And now you're reacting your way through life without actually thinking through it. But let's jump on to the next point. You start to adopt the beliefs that the algorithm reinforces. I'm gonna break down to you how it works. You can watch one video about a topic. The algorithm notices, and then it shows you another video of the same topic. Then another and another. Before you know it, your entire feed is filled with one perspective, one narrative, and one way of thinking. And because you constantly keep seeing it, you start to believe that it's actually true. You are not being exposed to other perspectives. You are also not hearing opposing views. Instead, you are in an echo chamber. And once again, the algorithm has built that for you. And I want you to understand this is how people become radicalized and how opinions become so extreme. This is how you go from casually being interested into something to consuming it. Or shall I say, be consumed by it. The algorithm doesn't show you balance. It shows you more of what you already engage with. And over time, that shapes your view of the world. You think you are forming your own opinions, but in reality, you're just shaping your thoughts with what the algorithm gives you. Better yet, let me rephrase that. You think that you are forming your own opinions, but in reality, you are repeating what the algorithm wants you to believe. And y'all know when I start talking with my hands, I'm fully invested in what I'm talking about. But anywho, let's move on. I want you to understand that the algorithm decides what you value. Pay attention to what the algorithm rewards. Looks, status, wealth, drama, controversy, and so much more. If you spend so much time on social media, those things start to become important to you, even if they weren't before. You start valuing things based on how much engagement it gets, not based on what actually matters to you. You see someone's luxury lifestyle gets millions of likes, and suddenly you feel like that you need that too. You see that outrage gets rewarded with shares and comments, so you start looking for things that you can be outraged about. Or you see people performing for validation, and you start performing yours too. The algorithm is training you to value what it values. And by it, I mean the algorithm. And what it values is whatever keeps you scrolling. So you stop caring about depth, authenticity, and real connections. You are not becoming the person you want to be. More so, you are becoming the person that the algorithm rewards. I have to bring my hands out for this last one because the last point that I want to talk about is that As humans, people, or individuals, you end up losing the way that you think. Now, I had to look in the camera when I said that, but let's get right back here in the viewfinder. When the algorithm constantly feeds you content, you stop seeking out the content you actually want to see. You stop being curious, you stop questioning, and you just consume whatever it puts in front of you. And over time, that destroys your critical thinking skills. You stop asking if this is true. You stop wondering what's on the other side of this. And you're just accepting what shows up on your feed. And the algorithm has trained you to be a passive consumer instead of an active thinker. And I want you to understand that that is dangerous, because when you stop thinking, you become so much more easier to manipulate. You believe what you're told, you follow trends, and you adopt the opinions that's being fed to you. You're not forming your own thoughts anymore, you're recycling someone else's. And the algorithm loves that, because a person who doesn't think is a person that keeps scrolling. Now, remember at the beginning of the video, I said that I was gonna talk about more of me at the end? Well, that time has come. What I did not tell you at the beginning of this video is that I am here to hold your hand and hold you accountable. So no matter if you're a content creator that wants to make an impact on YouTube, or you're an entrepreneur who wants to grow their income within their business, I can assure you that I can help you do that without social media. We literally have just unpacked a few things of why you shouldn't be on social media. And trust me, I have so much more to come. My main goal is to help you get off social media and get on YouTube. I get it. Some people say that YouTube is hard. Others say many different things. But what I want you to understand is that when it comes to YouTube, YouTube is the go-to place where people go to get the information they want and or need. See, the people who want to hear what you have to say or need the information that you want to give is on this platform. Take yourself for an example. You clicked on this video for a reason, and I need you to dig deeper on what that reason is. Either way, the problem can be solved with YouTube. Not only is YouTube owned by Google, that means YouTube is not a social media platform, it's a search engine platform. But see, here on this platform, I want you to know that you are paid for a lifetime and not just 30 days like social media does. There are so many different ways that you can make money here on YouTube, and that's just what I want to help you do. So because of that, for content creators, I'm gonna drop a link down below, but also entrepreneurs, I have a link for you too. All you have to use is use the code down below in the description box at checkout to get your discount. And if you're not ready to invest in yourself just yet, it's okay, because I have an accountability corner link down below in the comment section with resources that are available to you. Either way, stop letting social media take control of your identity. You deserve to live the life that you desire. And that is what I'm here for. So till next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell below so that you are notified every time your girl Leah, posts a video. So with that being said, my name is Leah. I'm the face behind Content by Leah, and I'll see you next time.